Some people just watch history go by. William Hancock was one of the people that actually built the history of Phoenix, Arizona. He was a rancher, he was a soldier, he was a lawyer, he was also an entrepreneur. He was the one that surveyed the original town site of Phoenix and also built the very first building within that town site. Born in Massachusetts in 1831, Hancock was managing his father's farm by 16. But when gold fever struck, he left everything behind, driving 275 cattle across the Great Plains to California with his brothers. There, he built a ranching and mining enterprise until the Civil War called him to serve. In 1864, Hancock joined the Union Army and was enlisted in Company K of the 7th Regiment, California Volunteer Infantry, serving at Fort Yuma. He was later reassigned and commanded a company of Pima Scouts at Fort McDowell. Though discharged as a lieutenant in 1866, he was forever known as Captain Hancock. By 1870, Hancock had arrived in the Salt River Valley. As secretary of the Salt River Valley Town Association, he was entrusted with an historic task of surveying and platting the town of Phoenix. His 98-block layout became the foundation for the city we know today. In 1871, Hancock erected the first permanent building in Phoenix on First Street in Washington. It was a one-story adobe structure about 15 feet by 30 feet and was intended to serve as a general mercantile establishment. It ended up being the very first seat of government in Phoenix. Appointed the first sheriff of Maricopa County, Hancock's tenure was brief but significant. In 1871, he also became Phoenix's first postmaster, a role he held for 8 years. As a fierce advocate for irrigation, he helped establish the Mesa Canal Company and won a landmark case securing priority water rights for early settlers. Hancock also surveyed the route of the Grand Canal, which is still in use today. He continued to survey and promote key projects in Phoenix. In 1884, he even surveyed the Masons, Oddfellows, and Knights of Pythias cemeteries of our own Pioneer and Military Memorial Park. In 1887, Hancock drove the final spike as the railroad reached Phoenix, symbolizing the city's connection to the wider world. He continued to hope for a unified irrigation system, though he wouldn't live to see it. In 1902, William Hancock passed away and was laid to rest in the Knights of Pythias Cemetery. He never saw the Roosevelt Dam, the dream he had championed. But his legacy remains in every street he mapped, every law he shaped, and every drop of water that still flows through the canals of Phoenix. Surveyor, builder, entrepreneur, William Hancock not only shaped the early days of Phoenix, he helped shape all of the future days to come. For that, he is known as the father of Phoenix.